Hello, I'm Nick Dreesen with Families United Action Network, or FUAN. Today we're going to talk a little bit about lobbying and how easy it can actually be. So first I want to remind everybody that you can find more information about us at our website of familiesunite.org. But today, again, we're going to talk about lobbying. Lobbying simply means to persuade legislators or those in government to try and have the views or to do something for you, to get your way, to try and influence them. So that's a loose, broad definition of it, but it really is that simple. Now, a lot of people have the vision of that lobbyist always being that man or woman in that suit and always about the money, 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 and buying legislators. I'm not going to lie, when you get to Washington, D.C., especially, there's much of that happens. But on the local level, it's much more about how you can influence them by building relationships and earning their trust. Many grassroots lobbyists have been able to have massive success simply by gaining legislators' trust. So today, we're going to dive into one thing that's a little bit more of the technical system. Each state has their own different rules and regulations, laws, as far as how their lobbyist system works. For Iowa, anybody who is reaching out to their legislator and for any reason, a legislator is technically a lobbyist and is supposed to be a registered lobbyist. Now, all you have to do is go to the Capitol on any given day and you can tell that that's not the case. But we are going to teach you how you can do this the professional way. Through this system, they have a lobbyist report that each and every legislator looks at. This is one way that they are able to decide, oh, look, I have my donors are supporting this bill or they're against this bill. That's going to go a long way in them forming their opinion. They also would just look at if there is an overwhelming amount that is for or against any bill, that is going to help influence their opinion as well. So what we're going to teach you now is going to be something of how you can help change the world and influence the legislators on any and every bill that you are interested in without even having to leave the comfort of your home. And this is, again, a large part of what lobbying is really about. But first, let's get comfortable. There, that feels better. Get comfortable. Get your favorite beverage, cup of coffee, glass of water, whatever you need, but just relax. For me, it's my robe and my favorite pair of Crocs here, nice and comfortable. So this is something, again, that each and every lobbyist does. It's different in each state how it works, but in Iowa, anybody and everybody can go ahead and help to declare on different bills. And so that is what we're going to teach you how to do today. So let's go ahead and get started. Let me pull up the screen here so that everybody can follow along. We're going to go to our website, but familiesunite.org/registered-lobbyist/. Again, that's familiesunite /registered-lobbyist/. So what we're going to do first is all of this information on this page is very valuable information to teach you how to become a registered lobbyist and how you can have an impact over what decisions and what legislation gets passed. But today we're going to teach you just a couple things. First off, I highly recommend that each of you watch the how-to video if you are truly interested in learning more and diving in to really register on any and all bills that the Iowa legislature comes out with. But step one is what we're going to cover today. Is you simply go to that button right there, and that's going to bring up this page. You're going to create an account. It's just going to ask for your name, your email address, and to create a security question and a password. For me, I'm already registered, so I'm going to log in. Now, if we're making a declaration, once you've created an account, that's the hard part. It takes about 30 seconds. That's the hard part. Now, I'm going to put a note on here as well. If you represent an organization, a different family law organization, a shared parenting organization, a CPS organization, then you can actually register yourself as a personal interest lobbyist, But you can also register yourself for your organization if your organization allows you to. So that allows you to have multiple voices. Some of these lobbyists down there have however many clients will hire them. It could be 3, 6, 8, who knows? It's however many will hire them, even if that hired rate is a volunteer rate. And if an organization is thinking about this, but they're scared because they say, oh, I'm not it would mess up my 501c3 status. According to the 501c3 status, you can spend up to 20% of your budget on lobbying, and we're not asking you to spend a dime. We are only asking you to spend your time. So what we're going to do here is, once we have already registered, whether as personal interest or as an organization, or both, preferably if you have an organization, then so let me actually back out of this a little bit more, and I'll teach you. If you go to the legislative site, you always start by going to iowaledges.gov. Again, that's Legis, LEGIS .iowa.gov, G-O-V, and that will take you to the Iowa legislative site. From there, you'll go to lobbyist information. You'll go to lobbyist online filing, lobbyist system. Again, it will have you log in right there, but I already just logged in, so I do not have to re-log in. From there, you go to make declarations. I'm going to continue as myself. And an important one that I know many people are following is the Child's Rights are Fundamental Bill, or also known as the 50-50 Shared Parenting Bill, children. So let's start with Iowa House File 202, and you just need to put in the number. You can type in House File, but you can also just type in H for House and F for File. So HF 202. House File 202, I just need to put in the letters H, the letter F, and the number 202. I am very much for this bill. Now, if you are a personal interest, you don't need to select a client. I am registering for Families United Action Network. So that's how I will go ahead and select things. We will hit next. If you want to add more bills, as you want to follow our lead or declare on any other ones, you could have done that back there, but this is just going to have you verify that you are registering the position that you submitted. It brings up the bill, again, a bill for an acting relating to the award of joint custody and joint physical care. I am registered for this bill. If you don't have a client, you'd be registered as a personal interest. I'm registered as Families United Action Network as my client, so this looks good to go. I will go ahead and submit my declaration. Now, if there's other bills that you didn't get declared on before, you can go ahead and declare again, or we can go back and view our declarations. As you can see, this one shows up right away on the top here, the one we just did, HF 202. I am for this one with Families United Action Network as my client, submitted on January 31st, 2021 at 7:36 p.m. by myself, Nicholas Dreesen. You can also click here and add comments, or if you decide to change your opinion, you can withdraw it here, or if you accidentally enter it wrong. So again, Families United Action Network does have a list of bills put together that's in addition to HF 202, but we would invite you to stay tuned to our Facebook page, as well as our website here of familiesunite.org, and make sure that you reach out to us if you have any questions or problems. Now, when you are getting registered to become a lobbyist, or at any point throughout this, if you have any questions along the way, then I encourage you to call the help. So there's numbers on here in several different places, but already right here, when you go to lobbyist information, it's right on the top of the page that you have their different numbers in their emails. And this is the most helpful help desk that I have ever seen anywhere. And so please treat them with respect. treat your legislators with respect. Once again, what this process that we've gone over today would do is allows you to officially declare you are in favor or against a bill that Iowa is running. You can do so as a personal interest for your own opinion, or as a client if you for a client if you have an organization that allows you to do so, or both actually if you have the client. This is something that the Iowa legislators look at on every single bill. I can tell you that no matter how discouraged we get that they do not read every bill, you would not be able to do this job either, and you would not be able to read every bill. That's why they have the committees and they have the experts, and they also have the lobbyists and the public as these different venues to help persuade them and teach them and educate them on what is actually the best path forward. And many bills, especially ones that they may not have heard about very much, they are going to rely on their colleagues and their caucus, aka their party, and then the lobbyist sheet. Again, they will look to see if their donors are there. They will look just to see how many people are for or against. And even if their donors are there, if their personal beliefs or if there are multiple people that are for or against it, they can be persuaded. So this is a great chance to not only help us to accomplish some of these family law reform bills that we are pushing, but it is also great knowledge for everyone to have on how any piece of legislation that you are interested in, how you personally can declare on this and do your small piece from home in a robe wearing holy Crocs and make a difference that can help change the world as far as the views that you are pushing. So again, this is a quick lesson. If you have questions, please reach out to us at familiesunite.org. Please step up, get involved, do your part, donate if you can. This is a great time where we have met several projects and ways that we could really use some extra money to help cross the finish line. I can tell you the legislative session in Iowa does pass really fast, and so we would encourage you to do this tonight. In the time that you would have been able to watch this video, you would have been able to declare on multiple bills. I can usually declare on 20 different bills in less than a minute now that I'm familiar with the system and I know what I'm doing. It really is that easy. Declare on 20 bills in 20 minutes without having to get dressed, leave your home, but make a difference and be heard by every legislator. To me, that's just common sense. We hope that you will join us in this. Again, go to familiesunite.org and also to our lobbyist page, which helps to teach you all more about, familiesunite.org/registered-lobbyist/. Again, familiesunite.org/registered-lobbyist/. And that will get you to the information that we've gone over tonight. Again, you click right here on step 1 to be able to get to register as a lobbyist. Easy to do. It is going to give you it walks you through it. If you get stuck, you call the help desk, you get a hold of us. Let your voice be heard. Thank you. Have fun.